Hey everyone, this is Destinstarcraft bringing you an audio commentary between Huk and QXC. This matchup is going to take place on Desert Oasis. I apologize for my last video between Madfrog and Fuser, namely the audio problem. I figured out what happened. I actually had two mics plugged in at the time, and I don't know, somehow that just distorted the audio or something. I'm not really sure. I think it was actually picking up the sound of my desk mic and not my headset. So yeah, big problem there. Alright, but anyway, I promise this game will... Well, I'm actually going to upload this one in HD. I'm looking for a better way to do it, because when I do it the way I'm doing it right now, the file sizes are just so massive and it takes so long to do. So if you have any advice as to how to most efficiently upload HD, I'd really appreciate it. Anyway, so we have a supply depot going down for, this is QXC at the bottom, and pylon went up for Huk. Huk moving across the map to scout. Expect a good gameplay from both players here. I'm actually familiar with these two. They're really high level, really high in the top 200 of North America. Huk himself, the Protoss, was #1 in North America last week, I believe. I didn't check out the standings. Well, like I did this week, I didn't check out to see where Huk was in the standings this week. But I imagine he's still at least top 10. QXC, I think he's even top 10 as well. You'll just have to check that out yourself. So I don't know what that was all about. I guess QXC needed to ping Huk's base for some crazy reason. It's probably spectators here. Yeah, it's just two spectators. So QXC moving in with his scout. Gonna see what he can see. Got a pylon going down on the southern rim of Huk's base. I suppose just to scout. Like any incoming forces, probably dropships. And got a racks down for QXC. Harvester count a bit higher for Huk. Of course, with that chrono boost, he's gonna get them out a bit faster. But when QXC, he's got his orbital command now, so those mules are going to even out the economy. So no attachment for that barracks yet. Just some Marines coming out, patrolling the base. Not entirely sure. Oh, he's got to be looking for cheese right now. I've heard Huk is actually really good at the cheese, so if you ever find yourself going up against Huk, check for that cheese. You never know when it's coming. Actually, I suppose with that pylon there, Huk will be able to warp units in down here when he gets the warp technology, so that pylon placement might be pretty helpful later. So we've got the warp gate technology on the way now for Huk, and a robo bay. And QXC now getting his factory. No early harassment going on yet. Actually, don't really expect to see that from these players right now. QXC moving around with some Marines. I suppose he's looking for some proxy. Yeah, he's looking for proxy pylons. And Huk doing his own scouting. You never know what's going to go on with these high-level games. So when you get into Plat, when you get into Diamond, make sure you're scouting constantly, non-stop. Always have at least one unit scouting. Preferably something that's relatively mobile. Huk checking out those watchtowers, and there's a Hellion on the field for QXC now. Going to be chasing down and killing that probe. And a number of Marines now, QXC is placing them on his ramp to prevent any scouting of his base. He's got a starport up, and he built a tech lab, and he put that starport on the tech lab and lifted his factory up, and he's going to be moving it across the center of the map now to get some scouting done. And we've got a pylon. We must construct additional pylons. You know, you've all heard that before, and you love it. QXC was trying to push into Huk's base with the Hellion, but those stalkers were just like, no way, man, no way, and pushed him out. So we've got a observer coming out for Huk. So of course, just going to keep that. Oh, he's already got one. So Huk is getting a second observer. So good for him. Scouting is just so important. And this factory just flying in overhead. It's going to see everything that's going on. QXC even got that Hellion in the base. So kind of delaying the mining there for a second, but all in all, just sacrificing it. Huk heavy stalkers right now. It's 5 stalkers shooting at that factory. Probably not going to take it down. There's a Banshee on the field. I just noticed this for for QXC. Banshee without cloak. Yes, the cloak is not on its way. So that's probably just try and do some harass. We'll see what QXC decides to do with that. Got a command center going up for QXC. Just call him Q. I believe I cast another. No, I tried to cast one in games before, but it failed. But this one is going to work. Or I will just... No, it's just going to work. This one will be perfect because you guys need these high quality, high level games. I will make it. So, make it so. Yes, Jean-Luc Picard would say. If you ever followed Star Trek. So that Robo now producing Colossus. Stalker's just out on the field looking around. Huk putting down a expansion at, I guess this would be his natural. It's kind of hard to say if you would call this your natural or that corner. When I'm playing on this map, I always take the corner. So I consider that your natural expansion. And those stalkers, they're just taking down that one Banshee. That Banshee didn't really get to do much, but I guess kind of be a little bit annoying. Didn't think he got any kills. So that Banshee failed. Better luck next time. Yeah, there's another one. Do we have that? No, no cloaking on the way yet. But we have 2 racks. Q just content not to produce any mech at all. He's going 2 racks, 2 Stargate, and we have 2 gate Robo from Huk, which I've actually seen him do quite often. He's fairly effective with it. Something I actually have been wanting to try it with Protoss myself. It's probably like the most common build, and I just don't play Protoss, so I have no experience with it. Yeah, I don't play Protoss. Whatever. I play Zerg. Zerg for the win. Only they hardly ever win. Depends on who's using them, really. Alright, so we have the Thermal Lance for Huk on the way. Looks like he's going to be using those Colossus to the max. And Huk pushing across the map now. Factory just floating out in the middle of nowhere. And I'm not really sure what Q's gonna do about this force down here. Maybe if the Marauders have concussive shells, which they don't. So yeah. Huk taking down these rocks here. Down in this little groove. I guess he's just trying to avoid... Actually, I just, okay, yeah, this is, after the, not the most recent patch, but the patch before it. They added in these rocks down here to help you protect your expansion, which I actually haven't played a game or cast a game on this map since they did that, so that kind of took me by surprise. So you can see Huk just standing at the edge of the